Today we're heading 8 nautical miles into the Baltic Sea to dive 24 metres below the surface and explore the fascinating world of wreck diving. My name is Agnes Riwovic and I'm a paragliding instructor. Welcome to the world of extreme sports, where I'll show you how to live on the edge and introduce you to enthusiasts who challenge their limits every single day. Ready for an adrenaline rush? Let's begin. Aga, tell me, how long have you been diving? I got seriously hooked about 2 years ago. Whenever I have some free time, I head out to dive. Did it take you long to learn and prepare to dive on your own? I've completed several courses. Along the way, I practiced a lot with friends to refine my skills and get comfortable underwater. So it's been a mix of training courses and independent diving. Should I put on my thermal wear now, or can I wait a bit longer? You can wait a little while. Let's assemble all the gear first. All right, once it's all set up, then we're good to go. We've prepared a setup for you that's identical to what we use every day. You'll have what's called a twin set, a dual cylinder system. You'll also get a dive light for you to use and illuminate any darker areas. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. And I'll get to decide where to shine it? Of course. Wow, great. From what I've heard about scuba diving, you descend to a depth, stay there for a few dozen minutes, and then the ascent takes quite a while. What will our ascent look like today? We won't need to make decompression stops today. We're planning the dive to avoid that. Today we're not aiming for any records. We'll dive to around 24 metres. Yes, the maximum depth we'll reach is 24 metres. We'll observe the wreck from above. There's no need to go all the way to the seabed. What about the water temperature? What should we expect? Like visibility, the Baltic's conditions are unpredictable. A lot depends on the currents. During the peak summer season, the temperature at these depths can reach up to 20 degrees Celsius. But since it's autumn, I'm guessing it'll be closer to 12 degrees.
Ja obstawiam, że to będzie jakieś 12 stopni Celsjusza.
We're wearing dry suits that will insulate us, so body temperature shouldn't be an issue.
Oczywiście.
The dry suits will keep us isolated from the cold water.
Odizolować się od tej zimnej wody.
Under that, we also wear thermal liners for additional insulation.
Daje nam taką właśnie ochronę termiczną.
Even if the water temperature drops to 4 degrees Celsius, it shouldn't be a problem. The dry suit I'm wearing now weighs a few kilograms,
Waży kilka kilo,
probably around 3 or 4.
powiedzmy.
It's relatively heavy because it has to be durable enough in case we snag something underwater.
Zaczepili o coś pod wodą.
The thick thermal liner adds warmth.
Gruby, żeby wytrzymać termicznie.
I've got spare buoys,
Zapasowe bojki,
notebooks
notesy,
and masks in my pockets, which adds another 2 or 3 kilograms. The heaviest load is on the back.
Największy ciężar.
The twin cylinders weigh 20 to 30 kilograms.
Około powiedzmy 20 paru do 30 kilo.
Along with the extra weight needed for submersion.
Wagą, która jest potrzebna, żeby się zanurzyć. Do
Then
tego
there's
jeszcze
the plate,
płuca,
regulators,
automaty,
lights,
latarki,
and additional
laser.
gear. Altogether, the equipment weighs roughly 30 to 40 kilograms. Even in freezing water, around 4 degrees Celsius, typical for winter, recreational dives can last up to 40 minutes.
To spokojnie jest 40 minut.
With today's advanced technology, divers have access to heating systems like electrically heated vests, gloves and socks.
Potrafimy na przykład zakładać na siebie takie specjalne ogrzewane kamizelki, albo ogrzewane rękawiczki, albo ogrzewane skarpety, ogrzewane elektrycznie.
A simple flip of a switch on the battery generates warmth, making even multi-hour dives in cold water entirely manageable.
Możemy się dogrzewać i wtedy nawet kilkugodzinne nurkowania w zimnej wodzie właściwie nie są problemem.
Today, I'll be breaking my personal depth record. I can't wait! Let's do this! Let's go! This is the dry suit I had tailored to my size earlier.
Sobie dopasowałam do mojego rozmiaru.
Most importantly, I'm wearing wool socks. It feels like home. Let's get started. I've been told to do a lunge to ensure the suit fits comfortably. And it does. Very comfortable. Another tip I got was to make sure the socks go over the suit cuffs
Na zewnątrz.
so that they don't roll up when getting dressed.
Do góry, jak przy zakładaniu.
Put it on like a backpack over your shoulders. Now try standing up with it. Here, take my hand. How does it feel? Heavy? Yes. And this is supposed to be the lighter version? Yes. It's definitely heavy, but surprisingly comfortable. The whole setup is well balanced. Sure, it's heavy, but it's designed so well that nothing digs in or feels awkward. All right, now pull this strap tight so the gear doesn't shift around while you're moving. Keep pulling. I'll secure it. Okay. Now, I'm connecting your dry suit's inflation system. If underwater the suit starts clinging tightly to your body, so much that it restricts your movement, you press this button, like this. Hear that sound? Yes, I heard it. We also need your hood and gloves. Even if the hood isn't the most stylish look, it's better to wear it. Oh no, I left my gloves in my pocket. Does anyone have spare gloves? All right, we'll figure it out. Who's got backup thermals? Sorry about that. Do you have a spare pair for yourself? Yes, I do. Thank you. Oh my goodness, it's so nice to be prepared. You've got two regulators. The first one will hang around your neck. It's your backup. If anything goes wrong with your primary regulator, you'll use this one. This here is your main breathing regulator for normal use. Now let's get your gloves on. Start with the thermal liners. These are really important. Don't skip them. All right. Hands in. I'll fasten them for you. All right. Show us everything is set. Everything's perfect. And if something's not right, your ear, exactly. And when we're surfacing, everything's fine. And if I get cold, do this. Perfect. We're nearly ready. Let me quickly remind you how we'll enter the water. The first group will jump in to make space on the bench. Once it's our turn, we'll move to the bench directly opposite the exit. That's where we'll finish gearing up. When the captain gives the signal, we stand up. Take 2 steps forward and jump into the water. After the jump, swim directly to the buoy using your legs. We'll meet at the buoy for a final safety check. When we ascend, we'll surface at the same line we used to descend. If we drift away, look for the flashing strobe light. It marks the correct line. Head for the strobe and use that line to surface. Once we're on the surface, wait for the crew's signal to come pick us up. They'll point out the direction to swim towards the boat's entry point. The boat has an elevator for boarding. Stand upright in the water and the elevator will lift you to deck level. Step forward, turn around and sit down on the benches. Got it. Understood. Excellent. Shushu, what do you keep in your pockets? A bit of everything for emergencies. I've got a buoy for marking our position so the crew can find us if we surface somewhere unexpected.
W innym miejscu niż to planowane. Oprócz tego posiadam tutaj.
I also have spares, a backup mask, extra rope. There's also a device for calling for help if we get lost at sea. And I've got a waterproof notebook for taking notes or sketching treasure maps.
Szkicować plany dotarcia do skarbu.
All right, the first team is in the water. Now it's our turn. Let's move to the bench near the exit. Take a seat. Now's the time to put on your hood and finalize your setup. I'll grab your fins. One foot. And the other. I'm feeling such an adrenaline rush. That's exactly what it's all about. Here's the first regulator. Got it? Got it. The backup? Yes. This one is the main regulator. You'll use it to breathe. Great. All right, let me double check the valves on your tanks. Everything's in order. Now I'll inspect the exhaust and inflator valves on your dry suit. It's working. I feel something on my back. Perfect. That's your buoyancy control device. It will inflate to keep you afloat at the surface after you jump in. Got it. Here's the plan. You'll jump first, and I'll follow right after. All right. Let me quickly get my tanks on. I'm a little nervous, though I'm not even sure why. It's just that this is something entirely new, and I'm so curious. What's it going to be like? The abyss. Just nothingness. Amazing. So, how was it? It was breathtaking, absolutely stunning. We were right at the wreck. I touched it. I saw it. Wow! At one point it got so dark. Then, out of nowhere, there was one jellyfish, then another. And suddenly, there was the wreck, completely covered in shells. What an adventure! There was a moment when my emotions were so overwhelming, I felt like I couldn't catch my breath. I thought, oh no, this might be it. I need to surface. But honestly, considering this was my first time, it went really well. You did amazing. And the most important thing, we made it to the wreck. Yes, we did. That was our goal, wasn't it? To see a real wreck. Right, not just some shallow diving to 1 or 5 meters, but a proper wreck at depth. Oh no, help! Something's off. Oh wait, there we go. That was the hardest part of all this. Everything was amazing. I'm catching my breath now, and I feel so proud of myself. This was truly stepping out of my comfort zone. After diving into the depths, I feel so alive. Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching out for me. I'm filled with incredible emotions right now. There was definitely some fear, but it was manageable. Though I'll admit my claustrophobia didn't help much. Still, I don't think this will be my last wreck dive. I have a feeling I'll be back. The sea is such a powerful force of nature. While I was descending into the abyss, everything was calm. But now a storm is on the horizon. Every challenge brings a rush of emotions. Today's experience was a mix of fear and satisfaction.